What's the best way to get outside and enjoy the outdoors this winter? How about sliding down that long, slippery slope with Rhea and me as we go tubing down the hillside at Wolf Creek Pass?
Then we're going on a different kind of snow adventure as we swap the snowy hills for red rocks and take a hike through the Snow Canyon State Park.
Finally, we visit Eagle Point Resort to find out how to solve the problem of the lack of snow on the mountainside as we get a chance to ski on Utah's newest artificial snow. It's all headed your way right now. At Your Leisure is next. I know this is going to be a little unusual for our usual routine, but my tummy is telling me it's the right thing to do.
I know. We cannot go by this place and not stop.
That's true. Hi, everybody. Welcome to At Your Leisure. I'm Chad Booth.
I'm Rhea Rossi Booth.
And we are in the town of Woodland on our way up Wolf Creek Pass. Our initial intent was to go tubing today, but I've heard so many people talk about the Woodland Biscuit Company at the old Woodland Cash store that we decided that we were going to get breakfast first and then go.
That's right, because they close at 2 o'clock.
That's right. So we invited you to come along, and we're going to go in and take a tour of the kitchen, a tour of this unique little restaurant. It's only open on weekends, kind of. It's just a few days a week.
Yeah.
And their breakfast, lunch. But man, it just smells so good out here in the parking lot that I can hardly wait.
I can't wait. It's going to be a fun way to start out our tubing adventure.
That's true. So let's take a little extended look at this little piece of history in Woodland.
So it was a general store. The original one was up the road and it burned down. There's a picture of this woman up there. She ran it. They built it here, and the son they actually built it for passed away. And so they asked Lowell's mother, do you want to run this with your husband? Do you want to buy this? And so she ran it. And they were running eggs up and down this valley, coal. When washing machines came around, they were hooking up washing machines. It was fabric she put fabric in. Yeah, these were just all lined with goods. And her son, he's 90, he lives next door. And he'll come in a lot and just chat with people. And life is a story though. That's the beauty, I think, of this business, is that I get to hear and meet so many people, and we all have that story that's, I think, really important to tell. That's steeped in tradition, which is beautiful, but they're big shoes to fill. I always wanted to open a restaurant. I love food. I love that it brings people together, makes them happy if it's done right. I just think it's just a thing that people need.
We've been here a lot. I love this place. This place is awesome. It's nice to have somewhere to actually go in town that's good home-cooked food, you know? So, and it's, you know, you never get a bad meal here. Any of the breakfast stuff on the menu is great. Yeah, between me and my wife, we've tried pretty much everything. We brought her here when she was only a week old the first time we brought her here. So we live up here, but I would drive to Salt Lake for a place like this for sure.
My husband Thomas, he just said, hey, we're gonna take a drive, and we left some jobs for the older kids, and this one came with us. And we thought we weren't going anywhere, and we found this cute little place, and I had those really amazing biscuits and gravy, and I said, this is what it's supposed to taste like.
2 biscuits with the cheese, the bacon, some eggs on it. I mean, it was spot on. The biscuits are amazing. I mean, they were, yeah, sometimes you get these were just light, flaky, just delicious, amazing food.
I noticed that your older kids are not getting any takeout.
Nope, you snooze, you lose. You don't want to join the adventure, then forget it. You don't get it.
I have like this variety of patrons that come from all over. So I get a huge tourism boost from Park City and Heber and Midway, but then I have people that just love biscuits and gravy. I mean, just like that has to be a staple. We do like a whole bunch of traditional just breakfast plates, like egg and bacon or egg and pulled pork with a Louisiana style sauce on the side. They come with biscuits, homemade blueberry jam. There's a couple oddballs on there you probably saw, like the croque madame. It's like this kind of grilled cheese, ham, Frenchish but with our gravy on it and honey, and then an egg on top. There's a chicken biscuit veg that has like grilled veggies and eggs and biscuits. So a lot of biscuits. Then they're just like biscuit plate or sandwiches. So a bigger biscuit, thinner biscuit, but piled with like, we have a cubano. So it's like pork and ham and eggs, or Cholula has sausage and egg and melted cheddar and Cholula sauce with hash browns. It was something I did every Saturday with my daughters. So that's why biscuits, but you know, it's tougher than people think. I've trained quite a few biscuit makers. It comes down to practice. So there's not like a secret recipe. I really think it's practice. Like my biscuit bakers that have been with me, it takes about 8 months before I go, okay. And so it's the ones that care a lot and practice a lot and stay. They're just like, they're amazing. So mostly it's just practice. I am an entrepreneur, but I'm a perfectionist. My expectations are super high. Like one of our core values is do as good as you can, like do better than you want to do. Like mediocre is not enough. I chose biscuits because no one else was doing it, and I think that's a good business strategy, and I love them. If people are coming, they should check woodlandbiscuitcompany.com for the hours. The days are fewer than they used to be. It used to be open 5 days. I'm open 3 days right now, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So I would just make sure you check the website. That is the most current place.
This is my new favorite place in Summit County.
Notice how she qualifies it. This actually is really
Oh my gosh, this is the best food and the most adorable owner. I love her.
This is real big on the comfort side of comfort food. This is cool.
Yeah, and everybody here feels the same way because everybody's smiling and eating.
That's true. And then everybody else is saying, you're not going to put this on TV, are you? We don't want people coming up here, but you're on the inside, so you're good for it.
But this isn't that sweet the way they offer that? Isn't that adorable?
It is. But you
So
should actually
cute.
put some of that in your mouth, Rhea.
I just can't. I feel bad eating it because it's like, you can tell that she's made this. This is all love in the kitchen. There's all love back there in the kitchen. You can tell by the way they put it on the plate.
Yep. So here's the thing. We do have to eat and get out sledding or tubing.
Oh, is
That's
that what
we
we're
set
gonna
up today. I know you forgot. We're going to take a commercial break, and when we come back, we'll be ready to go tubing. So we'll have taken a nap by then. All this will digest, and then we'll be back after this commercial break.
Living in Utah, we're lucky we can enjoy riding our recreational vehicles year-round in the mountains, at the dunes, rock crawling, or road riding. Stedman's Recreation has Utah's largest selection of Honda, Polaris, Yamaha, and Beta machines. See them all at Stedman's Recreation in Tooele. Need a tune-up, new tires, or accessories? Stedman's Service Department can help.
Stedman's Recreation in Tooele. You may think it's 300 miles out here, but remember, it's only 30 miles back.
The boat buying event you've been waiting for.
The Boat Show and Water Sports Expo, February 7th through the 10th.
Great fun for the whole family.
Watch wakeboard pros on the 300-foot rail jam.
Buy the boat of your dreams with special show financing.
Register to win a 5-day Alaskan fishing trip courtesy of RW Fishing.
ABC4 Utah and CW30 invite you to the Boat Show and Water Sports Expo, February 7th through the 10th at the Mountain America Expo.
Tickets at utahboatshow.com.
The boat show is here, better climb aboard.
Yeah, we're folks bound by traditions. Whether it's holiday time or vacation time, make sure that one of your traditions is a stop at the Creamery in Beaver, Utah. Delicious cheese direct from the factory, ice cream, tasty treats, crafts, and gifts of all kinds. And it's the perfect place to get a bowl of creamy mac and cheese. Start your new tradition the next time you're headed our way. The Creamery in Beaver, Utah. Farm, meet table.
Conquer the summit and catch that Ski-Doo feeling with the 2019 Ski-Doo Mountain Sleds.
Welcome back to At Your Leisure, everybody. I'm Stephen Human, and I am in southern Utah right now in one of the most beautiful areas in the West. I'm in a Utah State Park called Snow Canyon. It's a little bit out of the way, it's a little bit hidden, but it's definitely worth a visit for you and your family. I'm going to show it to you now.
In a place called Snow Canyon, you'd probably expect more white than red, but this rocky area just northwest of St. George almost never sees actual snow. It's a collection of sandstone, volcanic rock, and spires left over from a prehistoric desert the size of the Sahara. Now it's the perfect venue for kids of all ages to scramble and climb unencumbered by rules and regulations prohibiting fun and exploration. And while there's no snow, it is the perfect winter getaway.
The park is actually named after two individuals, Lorenzo and Erastus Snow. Both of those were prominent figures in early Utah history. This is an amazing place for visitors to come when they're tired of snow and bad air quality up north. Come down here to the park. It's RV friendly. We have 14 sites with water and electric hookups. They're $20 per night. The remainder of the spots are non-hookup sites at $16 per night.
Snow Canyon was created as a state park in 1962, but it has actually been a destination for far longer than that. Anasazi Indians came to this area as far back as 1,800 years ago and used it as a seasonal camp in the winter, not unlike how we enjoy it today. Paiute Indians came in a millennia later and were still here as Europeans first made their way into the Southwest. Today, the park is a 7,400-acre preserve that has been sculpted by centuries of wind, water, and tectonic shifting. Geologically speaking, much of what makes the park unique is actually quite young. The lava flows, for example, are less than 30,000 years old, and while for us that may seem like a long time, it's a blink of an eye as far as the rocks are concerned. Looking around, it's easy to be struck by how different the Earth looks today, as opposed to when much of what is now known as America was covered by a barren, dune-covered wasteland. From native tribes to the most recent tourist, most visitors have come here for the same reason. There's something about walking among these rocks and along paths through solid stone that gives you a connection to the eternal. Our lives are fleeting, evidenced by thousands of years of human transition, but here there is a sense of permanence. These outcroppings and spires sit unchanged as our history passes by around them like mist that quickly dissipates or moves on. Here we're a part of something that lasts. That and the area is practically begging you to explore. It seems like every corner offers something new, and for the kids in particular, each boulder has its own adventure.
There's amazing opportunity here in Snow Canyon. We have a 31-unit campground here in Snow Canyon in addition to 2 group sites. The park and the campground are open year-round. For folks that are coming down here and camping, there's just an amazing opportunity, a lot to do. We have over 38 miles of hiking trails. We have bike trails, horseback riding trails, over 180 technical climbing routes in the park, in addition to canyoneering opportunities as well. There's actually 2 canyoneering routes here in Snow Canyon. One of them is referred to as Arch Canyon. It's the more technical of the 2, more traditional canyoneering with multiple rappels that drop down into the back of Arch Canyon. And then there is what's referred to as Island in the Sky, which is a little bit more of a technical overland route. Both of those opportunities, visitors can go online and get one of the online required permits.
While permits are necessary for some of the more difficult rappels, just to make sure park officials know those visitors have the proper skills and gear to attempt them, the rest of Snow Canyon is completely open to explorers of all ages, and I promise you'll feel like a kid again, running and jumping from place to place. There are very few things we can do in life that will take us back to a pure state of wonder and unadulterated fun, but climbing around is one of them, and there are few places better to do that than right here in the crimson lands of Snow Canyon.
As you can see, this is a beautiful area, definitely worth exploring, and your kids will love it. Now, it's really easy to find as well. Just out of St. George, head north on Bluff Street, and then turn left on Snow Canyon Parkway. You'll be right here.
The Utah Farm Bureau began as a collection of farmers supporting each other to raise the food we enjoy. Today, Farm Bureau membership encompasses everyone, whether ranchers, growers, or just everyday folks like you and me. Members enjoy discounts on items like vehicles and ATVs, or insurance that's very affordable. You don't have to be a farmer to join, and dues are small, but together we make a big difference in keeping our food supply local and abundant. Join Utah Farm Bureau.
Put some adventure in your life and attend
The Sportsman's Vacation and RV Show, February 14th through the 17th at the Mountain America Expo.
See hundreds of new RVs, motorhomes, travel trailers, and accessories.
Buy at the show and save. Take advantage of special show financing.
Find RV accessories, fishing, and RV travel destinations.
Gourmet and Dutch oven cooking classes.
Register to win an Alaskan fishing trip.
ABC4 Utah and CW30 invite you to the RV Show, February 14th through the 17th.
From the trail to the heart of the backcountry, discover that Ski-Doo feeling with the 2019 Ski-Doo Trail and Crossover sleds.
Okay, here
Hey,
we go.
well, welcome back to At Your Leisure, everybody. Chad and I are ready to hit the slope with some tubes, and
Finally, we get to tubing. We've been doing this. We're finally here.
right. Well, you know, I can't figure out why you brought the coal shovel. What's
Okay,
up?
come on, Rhea, think about this. All right, so when you think of the winter season and Christmas and outside in snow, what's the most iconic scene you can think of?
I think
Cousin Eddie.
Yes, on the saucer with the Chevy Chase.
Right, Christmas Vacation.
Yeah.
So what's the next most iconic picture?
I got it. It's a Wonderful Life.
That's right, I got my
What?
George
Oh,
Bailey coal shovel right here.
Oh my gosh, that's right. Okay. Well, I think your keister will fit on there before mine will. So you take the shovel.
Let's see, I don't know. Here,
I'll take the tube.
here, let's see.
Oh
Let's
no,
see.
let's not.
All right, I'll
no.
be brave enough to try the shovel. We're gonna have a race. Come on, let's go. All right, I think this is how Bailey did it. Just like this.
Oh my God.
you-
Okay, George. You be careful.
You ready?
I'm kind of scared.
Oh, come on, Rhea.
Okay,
You've been tubing
whatever
before.
you do not poke me. Oh my God, wait. Wait, you good?
All right, yeah. Whoops, didn't work so well.
No, you're in it too deep. You gotta go to the other side. It's not gonna work, Chad.
Here we go.
Woo!
All right, it worked. All right. All right. You won. I think you should start safely.
Oh, Chad! I didn't do it like this. Ouch! Oh my God! Ow! Oh! That's a bad idea! That is not even close to fun! Oh!
Need some help?
No, I can do this. All right, this is more fair. You know, we both have tubes. You got rid of the shovel.
Yeah.
And you know what? If we had a little bit more snow, it would be awesome. We can still see a little bit of, brush, but it's deep enough. We'll be all right.
Yeah, there are a lot of places, Rhea, that wish they had in certain years when winters laid a little more snow.
Yeah.
Like Eagles Point, the ski resort. And this year they finally, after all these years, found a solution to it.
That's up in Beaver County, right?
That's right. We're going to find out along the way today. Let's go.
Woo! I'm gonna get you, and don't run into me! Ah! Oh my gosh!
Uh-oh.
Yeah! Oh!
The feeling that these mountains give you, you don't get anywhere else. I don't know why or how, but that's just how it is.
There's powder days. We do minimum grooming so everyone can enjoy powder. It's just different. It's hidden up here in the Tusher Mountains, which is like its own little ecosystem up here, and it's just a beautiful hidden gem. Can't complain. A ton of people haven't known about it. A lot of the snowmaking guys that helped us with the snowmaking project this year came out and they're like, I never even knew this existed. Like, who would have thought out of Beaver, Utah, there's just an awesome place like this hidden up in the hills. It's a rugged mountain. I mean, it's definitely, we've been all natural for, this is our 9th year, so I'll almost be open for a decade, but it's rough and it takes a lot of snow to get this place open. We're finally putting in snowmaking.
Snowmaking is going to help tremendously on just making sure that we have, it's basically some insurance that we're able to open, we're able to get things going, we're able to assure that we have the quality we want our guests to come to know.
Now that I designed and put in the snowmaking system, kind of have a whole new respect for this resort and the mountain and what I've worked with, because I usually come out December 1st and I start track packing and getting the mountain ready, and last year there was no snow, and then being here in the summer and seeing what I actually grew them over and what's under the snow, it's pretty wild what's under here. I mean, it's a rugged mountain for sure. We moved 250,000 yards of dirt to build the pond. We've never ran water through the system, and that's tomorrow. So hopefully, fingers crossed, there's no problems and we can go right into making snow. We've had amazing temperatures to blow snow. But yeah, it's a big, exciting thing. Just finally see like all my hard work's gonna pay off.
The anticipation for me, seeing everything delivered and seeing it put in and just watching the whole thing happen, it's just, the anticipation's been great, and I'd love to just see it.
I think there's gonna be a lot of hugs, a lot of high fives, you know, maybe some, I might even, you know, shed a little tear. You know, it's pretty exciting. I'm getting pretty excited right now even talking about it.
4, 3, 2, 1.
We have a philosophy here that life is the collection of moments, you know, that you enjoy throughout that life, the good and the bad, but it's that sort of collection of those moments. And you know, with Eagle Point, my team and I, we're here to help make, you know, memories for our guests. Sort of be not just a temporary part of someone's life, you know, the days that they come up here, but to be a permanent, you know, part of the memories that make up their life. That's really important to us.
There's a little place on a Utah map where I was raised, where my heart's at, where the sagebrush grows wild and high, and the stars come out at night. Oh, there ain't nothing like being raised in the basin with a Ute reservation, skiing starvation, that Duchesne County life.
Meet the new leader in off-road utility, the completely reinvented Ranger XP 1000. It's got the most power, the largest towing capacity, the highest ground clearance, and the best comfort and storage. Introducing the all-new Polaris Ranger XP 1000, the hardest working, smoothest riding Ranger ever built.
At Paris RV, you can count on 5 things. A huge inventory of RVs, great service, a large variety of accessories. Now, 2 locations and 14 brands of toy haulers. From Vortex, Striker, Attitude, Powerlight, Highlander, Thunderbolt, Boost, Hyperlight, Nitro, Sandsport, Salem Cruise Light, Iconic, Cyclone, and Sandstorm. Paris RV, 4360 South State, and now 5545 South State, and online at parisrv.com.
Paris RV is Utah's #1 volume toy hauler dealer.
Was that 6, 7 runs now?
Yeah, let's call it 7.
We'll call it quits. Welcome back to At Your Leisure. We're on Wolf Creek Pass, just right across from where they park the snowmobiles. It's really great sledding hill and tubing hill, and we've just been having a blast. I'm surprised there aren't more kids up here for Saturday, you know?
Yeah, well, it kind of looks like it's going to snow, so and it is going to snow.
Chickens, chickens, chickens. That's all I got to say. You know, I got to say one thing about it, though. You notice I've been squirming a little bit?
I did notice. What's up?
Well, I came down backwards last time.
Yeah?
And then that tube shot snow right down my pants.
Oh, so you got snow in your pants. I told you to wear your snow pants.
I got a frozen hiney right now. Wouldn't have mattered. They'd got inside the snow pants, too. Well, enough of our complaining. We got a lot of stuff to look at. First off, we got a contest winner.
Our contest winner this week is from Facebook. License plate number VO78JU, which was submitted to us by Vicki Montgomery Tillich.
Congratulations, Vicki. You just won a weekend stay at the one and only magnificent Daniel Summit Lodge, jam-packed with winter or summer adventures. We love it up there.
Oh, we do. All right, now it's time for us to take a look at next week's show.
Next week, we begin our RV safari with Brett and Dory Paris from Paris RV as we check off some of their all-time favorite bucket list items.
Then, Reese Stein takes us on an adventure to the capital of Lithuania, Vilnius, to learn about some of the city's ancient history and brilliant architecture.
You know, next week's show looks like it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, it does. It really
Here
does.
you go, Judy.
Why do you keep calling me Judy? Do you guys know why he calls me Judy all the time?
Okay, everybody,
I don't get
if
it.
you get why I call her Judy every time there's hot chocolate, please go and send Rhea a message on our Facebook page and tell her why, Judy, we're having hot chocolate.
It comes from a movie, I'm sure of it.
Of course, there you go. Here you go.
Thank you. Oh, that looks delish.
I would imagine.
Yummy. So tubing and hot chocolate, they go hand in hand.
There it's very true. You know, there are a lot of things coming up right now, so let's check our calendar of events.
Coming up next weekend, we have the Winter 4x4 Jamboree in Hurricane, Utah. From the 17th through the 19th, we'll be there.
That's right, and then from February 7th through the 10th, we'll be at the boat show, too, at the Mountain America Event Center. And then the following weekend, at the same location, is the RV show from February 14th through the 17th.
And to get primed for the big RV show next week, we start our Paris RV Safari by checking off our favorite bucket list items, so be sure to check it out.
Well, we certainly had a lot of fun today up here. You know, there are a lot of tubing hills around. Obviously, this one is on Wolf Creek Pass, right where the traffic ends when you get out to go snowmobiling. There are a few city parks like Sugar House, and in Cottonwood Heights, there's a good sledding park in Salt Lake. And there are just tons of them in rural Utah.
Yeah, and if you guys out there know of any great sledding hills, let us know and put them on Facebook, and we'll just get them all together.
Yeah, we'll kind of build a list for everybody so you can take the kids out tubing.
You bet. Well, between now and the next time,
remember, there's adventure around every bend.
You just got to get out there and create your own snowy adventure.
At your leisure. Let's go try this now.
Oh, I just want some more, please. Oh, you go ahead. I'll go ahead. Yummy.
Oh, Judy, that's good.
Stop it.